Hey, oh, excuse me. Hiya, just looking for a bit of a snack. Oh, are you approaching me to embrace me? Well, come. Ah, that's nice, isn't it? You seem vaguely familiar. I don't need a snack right now, thank you very much. Who's this guy? That's a funny little dude right there. Whoa,
You know
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa,
one
excuse
cousin
me.
you'd do anything to avoid, but who you have to book at your exotemporal performance venue because otherwise your aunt wouldn't let your mother hear the last of it and you'd regret you were ever born? Well, this next act is something like that, only we're thankfully in no way related. He's just always been like that cousin to me. Give a tolerant underwelcome to Apple Pie Bundy and friends.
Something about that guy's voice, am I right? It's just that guy's voice. Look, you. I feel like you maybe gave me some tips on where I could find some good chicken a little while ago. Have we met before? We've met before, haven't we? Don't be shy. Who's this one with the sword? Aha. Thank you, my good friend. Fringe benefits, I'd say. Being a chicken enthusiast, the people show up with it sometimes, and it makes me... Now look, aha! Yes, I knew I recognized you. And you, I've seen recently, very recently, you, I feel like we've met before, am I right? You seem to be on about what's really at stake here. But this is not a great place to be open about what's going on. Meet me in the Cistern. Eh? The Cistern, underneath the observatory. Bring along your friends if they can be trusted. Delta V, send me there now. Send me there now, Delta V. Go. prosecute the one. Ah. Can I trust you, my friend? Can I trust that you are in the right mind to do good? What we are on about is something that may change the entire future. Well, for the better. Change the entire future of this place. And in coming along with this, my friend, you must understand, you could cease to be for the benefit of the universe. How does that sound to you? Not bad? Could you heroically sacrifice your own self for the purpose of the universe? Now you, my friend, I like where your mind is at, but one moment. We must indoctrinate these other two. Do you understand who I am, good friend? Yes, you do. I know you do. I met you earlier in an instance very close to this one. Yes. And you? Are you willing to sacrifice it all so that the universe can stay whole and not come apart like a big plate of spaghetti thrown over the balcony at 5 a.m. when your girlfriend breaks up with you and says, "Tom, you're no good and you'll never be good in any timeline." Thank you. That was a bit of personal. I didn't mean to get that personal. But look, that... All right, okay. My friends, what do we have here? A rock. A rock. And by all intents, for all intents and purposes, this is a solid object, is it not? Who's this? The two of you... Are you ready to sacrifice it all? Do you know who I am? Uh-huh. Yes. I am Tom Stalwart of the T.I.M.E. agency. And look, my friend, we may not need any sorts of weapons like these. I understand your intention. You want to make things right in this world. It may not even come to violence. We're hoping to do this without violence. Look, if I have to explain myself again, I am Tom Stalwart of the T.I.M.E. agency. Okay? Got it? Got it? Here to stop time crimes as they happen. Now, luckily, in this instance, I have more time than usual to tell you about what's going on in this world. Now, a lot of you know who I am and what I stand for, but this world is in danger. And when I say this world, I mean this particular dimension is in danger of destroying the rest of the universe. If it continues thusly, if someone who shall not be named continues his wanton and willy-nilly approach to time travel shenanigans, he could unravel this entire thing. I don't know where you all come from. I don't know where you go to sleep at night. I don't know where you call home, but know that what's happening here, it shakes the world, you see. This is an ordinary rock. Eh? Solid. Can't really break it with your just bending it. Can't really break it by throwing it down on some sand. You can't really break it with your mouth, although you could try, although you don't have mouths, so forgive me. Now, but what is it made up of? Tiny, tiny molecules. Yes. Tiny molecules, tiniest of molecules that can be broken apart. So what you see here is a complex object made up of billions, nay, trillions of tiny bits. This world is no different. And in fact, the man who, well, the thing who might control all of this, he is no different. And his power comes from somewhere. Now, we don't know where his power comes from, and that's what we're getting at today. Yes, he wears a mask. That is his mask. But what is he exactly? He's an entity. An entity that we do not know anything about. Now, we here at the T.I.M.E. agency, we pride ourselves on knowledge, vast knowledge, swaths of knowledge, universal knowledge. All of it, my friends. And well, I only know some of it. I'm just a field agent, okay? I'm not one of the brains back at the base, okay? But, I mean, I gotta say my cover story of the fried chicken, connoisseur, that's a pretty good one. Now, I came up with that one all myself, okay? So, I do have a few things going on. Now, look. It's my job to see that as magical as all this is, as fantastic as all this is, we must figure out a way to disassemble it, molecule by infinitesimal molecule, and pull it apart for the safety of the universe. Again, I don't know how that would affect you and yours, you spirits. Now, you seem like good folk, but you could come apart too. All of your molecules could come apart if we do take all of this away. So what do we do? That's the question. That's what I'm here to solve. I know that this world has, yes, you want to be involved. You want to be the one who pulls the trigger, quote unquote. You want to be the one with a knife at the throat of the one who would do thee wrong. I don't know what your personal vendetta is, Sprite, but I feel you. I feel you on a much larger scale. You see, these crimes... Whoa, 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 whoa! Are you saying you want the power? You're saying you want to be in charge here? My friend, this is dangerous thinking. You must be a young spirit. Don't you know that absolute power corrupts absolutely? Don't you know that if you were the one in charge here, it may be a fantasy cascade of rainbows and unicorns and cupcake frosting slides and karaoke parties with Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B talking about that whap, whap, whap. But kids, oh God, it's never going to be right if we kept messing with time. The more we mess with time and create these fantasy worlds, the less safe we are. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you just became the new MC, who's to say you wouldn't abuse this time power? Look, I don't make the rules. I'm just the arbiter of an incomplete and wobbly justice. And like I said, I'm tired. My brain is spread thin like so much jam across the toast of the universe. I'm in too many places at once. Yes, I don't want it to come to this, but we at least have to understand his power and get him to release it. Get him to give up his little fantasy land and have him go back to where he came from. Moving along in a straight line of a timeline that we all know, okay? Staying in his own fourth dimensional lanes. Too much fantasy. Too much fantasy can pull us apart. Don't you see? Don't you see? I didn't make the rules. I didn't make the rules. Hey, thanks everybody. Thank you. Wow, this is kind of nice to relax. I don't get to lie down much on my line of work. Thanks, guys. Thanks for this. If I can call you guys, I know that I don't mean to gender. They teach us that in the agency school. You shouldn't gender anything that doesn't necessarily have a gender, like you sprites. I apologize. And also, guys, is also sapien-centric. I keep messing up. I keep being sapien-centric and making people and forcing my species onto your framework, and I didn't do that. This feels really good, like therapy. Thanks everybody. Wait a minute. If I could be the MC, if I could impersonate him. Hold on a minute, young one. You may be onto something. Wait a minute. If there was a way that I could put on the mask, yes, I could meet his confederates meet the ones who he shares powers with. Now tell me, spirits, how many of these how many in this family are there? How many exactly are aligned with him and share his powers? You? You know the answer. It's hard to communicate sometimes with these spirits. But if there were ways, death. No, it can't be all about death. It has to be about him voluntarily giving up his powers, his Fantasyland world rules. You want to impersonate him. But you want the power. I know, young one. I see it in your face. And there's nothing wrong with wanting power in your own time. But you would have to promise to use this power for good, which is to put away this power for the sake of the universe. Maybe there's a way around this. Why did I bring you here? Let's get to that. And we'll come back to the ruse. This is one of the great places of power. You can feel it, can't you? Below the observatory, at the base of the under. Here is very much a large well in the hill of transient energy. Strong energy. You feel it, don't you? The magic here is thick. The air is pulsing with that magical impulse that he uses. I hate to call it magic, but that's what it is. We don't know at the T.I.M.E agency yet exactly where he gets it from. But yes, what do we do? Here is where one of these places of power will be important. When we move against him, I need you all to congregate in these places of power. And I'm still figuring out the tools, but we shall, like a Hyrulean warrior, hold aloft our own master swords, glint the sunlight into the mirrors set up around, and open up the secret doors into the water temple, raising the level of the water so the Zorons can swim freely. I'm mixing up my metaphors here. Hyrulean, though, that's something to remember. That's what I think you can lodge on. You know about Hyrule and Link and the Princess Zelda. Yes, see, here, one of the few places where actual sunlight filters into this world. Here, this is where one of his own tears exists. Yes, this is a tear in the under. You see, this looks on to a great giant, a supergiant star called Rogelio. Rogelio is a supergiant star in the last days, but we know that this dimension exists in our actual universe. I can't tell you exactly where. I should not have mentioned the name of the star in case you know your astronomy. But yes, we are in a tiny pocket in between the star and its first planet. This is actual sunlight from the star Rogelio coming down into this world. Notice when you're outside in the under, there's no day and night. No movement of the planets. No. That's all fake. Set up like those bits of the edge of the world. That's real. A real tear, because no entity that we know of is incapable of completely enclosing themselves in this time magic. No, it's impossible. It's like trying to put a burrito around too many beans, a tortilla around too many beans and cheese. You're never going to close it completely, all right? There's always that tiny little hole where the refried beans glop out onto your britches. And your girlfriend's saying, "Tom, that's you again, having the dirty pants. You know, good, Tom Stalwart. And you'll never be good in any timeline that you're ever in." Thank you, spirits. Thank you. I did not expect this to get so emotional. Thank you. Look, the point is, here, near this tear, that he could not close completely. Here is where we need to try to widen the tear. Yes. We will widen the tear. Now, pass along the way. We'll need a lot of power concentrated here when the time comes. We'll need a lot of power to try to fold back the magical piece of space-time and time wizardry that's keeping this place almost closed in. We will peel back these layers, and the refried beans will gush out! The refried beans will gush out! And spread beans and cheese and green sauce, or red sauce if you'd like that, and extra cheese all over the world. And that's the beans of justice, the beans of four-dimensional guidelines, and keeping you in the lanes of your own time. Man, that's all I'm trying to do. So be with me, folks. The beans, yes, we're going to need giant knives. We're going to find a way. I've got an idea. Delta V, can we mass produce these giant gold knives? Oh, you're right. The spirits can make these themselves. Okay. Look at this. Aren't you an intrepid bunch? Aren't you the very ones who are going to save our universe? It's all about you now. I need your cones on the ground. I need your knives in the air. Spirits, look at this. Golden magic. Yes. Me? Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm... Delta V, should I subject myself to... I think it may be too soon to... I understand what you're saying. Make myself as big. Oh, with all of your powers combined. Delta V, is this the right idea? Okay, hold on. Inconsistency. Yes. Okay. Try again. Okay. Let's do it, spirits. This feels weird. Oh, I'm near the tear. Can we do more, spirits? Can we make me even bigger? Put all of your masses together. Oh, wow, thank you. Okay. All right. Oh, I can almost get up there. Give me one of those knives. All right. Thank you, good spirit. Yes. These golden knives. They're bursting with power. Yes. You see, it's his own time magic. And when it's imbued with gold, why, it can do wonders. Let me see if I can reach up into the hole and... This is so dumb. I can't get up there. My arm is just not quite long enough. We're gonna figure this out, Spirit. Make me small again. Kind of hurting my back. Oh, thanks. Okay. Oh, that's better. Okay, all good. Yeah. Okay. Wow. You are powerful. My goodness. I feel like the character Lank in The Legend of Zelda. I am Lank from Hyrule. And okay. Look. But they're pulling me away. My time is limited. Thank you. You have shown me so much today. You spirits are amazing. I'm having second thoughts about unraveling this whole plate of spaghetti. Oh my god. Oh my god. If I could give you all the power of this world, maybe I would. There's something special about you. Thank you for your support. Oh, huh. That was really sweet of you. Oh, man, it feels good to smell a flower. Where I'm from, whoa! It doesn't smell quite as good on the stem. Look, my time is limited. Gotta go. You'll hear more from me. Remember this place. We're gonna find a way to peel back the curtain, to make the beans and cheese spurt out like a magic fountain of truth and justice, and staying in your four-dimensional lanes, people. That's all I want. Oh, you ate it again. Goodbye, my friends. Thank you, junior agents. Remember, if you see me out in the world, hey, that's nice, isn't it? Remember, I might have a cover story, so you can show me that you're with me, with my, delicious T.I.M.E sandwich hat. Yes, just like so. Thank you for your help, junior agents. Gods and time be on your side. Be on your side. Gods and times be on your side. Go Delta V. Ah!